As you can see on the screen, we're going to find out some 2K news from Uncle Demi and Badge Plug today, and then I'm going to get into some basketball. We're going to get into, you heard it here first, Badge Plug. I'm pretty sure some my career or my team or some sort of information came out today. I forget which stuff is coming out today. So it's no worries. Like, we're going to find out. Like, either Uncle Demi's going to tell me or Badge Plug's going to tell me. And Badge Plug's using J TV again too, it seems like, because I jumped to the middle of it on accident. All right, let's see what Badge Plug say it.
We are back. Now, 2K did drop a lot of my team news today, but that's not what this video is going to be mainly about. However, I do want to look at some of it with you guys because I think it could translate into the park.
All right, cool. I hope then that Uncle Demi covers what he doesn't cover.
So, next week, as you all see right here from the...
Oh, it is my team. Like, I don't really necessarily care about this. I just want to know anything it could tell me about the park or career. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it still can tell us stuff.
Roadmap, man. We are getting the community content, my career, and NBA. Next week is our biggest news drop. We're getting so much.
My career next week.
It's going to be here. Anyway, let's talk about a little bit of what I thought from the My Team trailer could go into the park. And the first one is that My Team now is going to have WNBA players in them for the first time ever. That, of course, got people like Joe Knows saying that means female My players too. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. And in his video, you guys know Joe Knows, Double H, a lot of these.
See, I was going to watch Joe Knows. I don't need to know.
Guys have been getting early news from 2K. This is what he said, and just listen to how he's talking about this, and I'll be right back.
What I'm thinking.
Look, the interesting thing is the funny thing is Badge Plug has 1 million subs, and he is not attached to 2K at all. He talked openly about them if he feels they're doing something stupid. And then you have Joe Knows, who is like totally like gets information. You know what I'm saying? And they both have 1 million subs, and it's like two different camps.
And this is just speculation.
Talking about this, and I'll be right back.
What I'm thinking, and this is just speculation, if they're adding the female players with the male players in My Team, then they might be adding the female My players into the male player builder, and you could pick male or female.
Right, but are you going to be able to...
It's just speculation.
Right, but see, look, the only thing I need to know is are you going to... if you pick a female character, are they going to be able to dunk? Or is it going to be based off of, like, the NBA, like, the women NBA players? Because, I mean, there are a couple of them. There are not a lot of them. There's not a lot of them. But there's a couple of them out there that could dunk. Like, they dunked in the game. Lisa Leslie, right, was the first, one of the first. Either the first or one of the first ladies to dunk in a basketball, right?
But I feel like if they're combining the men and women in the My Team, there's a very good chance they're doing that in the park.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that almost pretty much confirms there is going to be female My players in 2K26.
I don't think so, though. I don't know.
I mean, Joe Knows, Double H, these guys, of course, they're gonna have inside information from 2K if they're getting the news and stuff early too, right? Like, they got some guys there that's feeding them some info. So I don't know for sure, but that does sound a lot like it. Now, this one from the My Team was interesting. Okay, so there's a streak buster. So when you beat a win streak, a 3-game win streak, a 5-game, a 10-game, you guys see there's different rewards. Up to 15-game win streak, you're gonna get rewards. I think that could easily be in the park. People have been talking about it for years.
Oh, so now shit, if we get rewarded for busting,
team, I definitely see it being in the park as well.
So that would be interesting. Oh, I'm going to go on busting win streaks
pretty soon. Now, there is also All-Star Team Up. I don't think this one's going to correlate into the park, but I wanted to show you guys because people have been asking for All-Star Team Up for a while. I told you, we're not talking about my team for very long. Okay? But this one, there's like park cards in my...
Like I said, I'm not big on My Team.
And I'm kind of scared that park cards are going to come back in the park because you see instantly be on a win streak, evolve a player, you know, all these types of things. So I don't know for sure, but that kind of does scare me because park cards, I did not like them back in the day and most people didn't. Now look, we have
I don't even remember park cards.
Beach coming
I mean,
back.
I remember, but not really.
And stuff for the Triple Threat My Team Park. So
the first look at the Sunset Beach Triple threat, my team park. Dang, bro. That shit look wild, bro. Neon light theme, palm trees, 2v2 courts, chain net, 6-player co-op courts, 3v3 head courts.
You get to see
6-player co-op courts. What's that? What's the difference between that and 3v3 head-to-head? That's interesting.
the first look of the new lighting that they were talking about, by the way, that we're hopefully going to get in our My City Park or whatever they call it. So I just wanted to show that to you guys as well. And
I don't know
we
if that's
also
real.
seen
It could
a
be
Victor
AI.
Wembanyama 7'4" build,
Holy
25
fuck.
speed, 25 agility, 25 speed with ball. I think a lot of people are overreacting to 1 inch difference. Like now you can make 7 speed.
Let's take a look at this, bro. 25 speed, 25 speed, agility, 69 vertical, 95 pass accuracy, 60. Oh, this is my team, so that's why it's like that. Wait a second, they listed my what? Okay, so in my team, they're listing Wembanyama at a 94 overall. Yet he got 25 speed, 25 speed with ball, and 25 agility. Bro, that man does not have 25 speed with ball, and 25 agility, bro. He got much high. What?
25 agility, 25 speed with ball. I think a lot of people are overreacting to 1 inch difference. Like now you can make 7'4" in the park, and they're like, oh my god. In some places, like a 7'4" post scorer on the 1v1 court's probably going to be pretty good, but they're going to be really slow, most likely. And then for hitting legend in my team, you do get a hoodie mellow card. So that's all I've got to say about my team. Okay, I just want to tell you guys things that I thought could translate over into the park, possibly, plus 1 or 2 other things that are just I thought was interesting news.
Okay, cool.
So J-Mac,
What else we got?
everybody has been talking
see.
about the builder for 2K26, how it's probably similar, or they're breaking down builds and showing you comparisons. Well, J-Mac made this very interesting video. We showed him in the last one as well. Big builds got buffed and small builds got nerfed in 2K26. Now, let's just play the first 2 clips combined together I got for you guys where he's showing 2 different 6'2", and I will be right back.
And the 75 vertical. Now you see, I still have attributes open up to be able to use on NBA 2K25, but in NBA 2K26, you see that this is a 99 overall maxed out build. So if I wanted to, I can still upgrade some perimeter, almost get that to 85. I can go some more free throws. You can put some more standing dunk on the build just by a little bit, but you can see the difference that they nerf when it comes to the 6'2". And then listen, you can put more block on there or just a little bit, or it's just a lot of stuff that you can do extra on this build. You can take that 87 down, and now you can update your block, pretty much max out your block, max out your interior, but we ain't gonna get into all that. But y'all just see, these 6'2" have been nerfed in NBA 2K26.
So people are, of course, thinking big builds are going to be so amazing in 2K26, and they might really be, like 6'6s, 6'7s. They definitely could have got a buff. We're going to show that in a minute. But then he also did show, for the people that make small guards and are worried, a 6'1", like the Kyrie and the Currys, and those builds got a very slight buff to their attributes as well. So I think for the people that are freaking out that, the tall guards are going to dominate, I still do not see it. And I'm going to explain it more as we go on, but I'm going to show you
I think if they're not, excuse me, it's not that they're going to be more dominant or something than those smaller players. It's just they're going to be more viable as point guards versus like having a traditional like smaller point guard.
minute and a half clip of him showing you guys a 6'6", a 6'7", and a 6'8" to see, because his title says they got a buff. So let's see how much of a buff it got, and I'll be right back.
This 6'6" build, the DeMar DeRozan build, you see, we're actually not able to fully put the vertical on this build. We actually get stopped at a 73. So it seems like 6'6" build got a small boost to their attributes, maybe 1 or 2 attribute boost. Because if you see, if I go to the free throw, it maxes out with just 1 free throw. We know how cheap usually free throws are. But now we're going to move up to the 6'7" point point guard Magic Johnson.
Okay.
Build. Now, this is a 6'7" PG, by the way. And when I upgrade the stats for this build, you see the vertical actually are 10 attribute points down. We're only able to get to a 56 vertical on this build. And then if I upgrade it to the free throw, you see I get to a 78 free throw. So it seems like we're probably like 9, a little bit more than 9 attribute buff for a 6'7" build. So
Wow,
these are the
okay.
lower attributes of vertical, even though vertical does cost a bit for a 6'7" build. Now this is the final one. This is the one right here, the Carmelo Anthony build right here. Now this build is at 6'8", 240 pounds, 6'9" wingspan. So we about to put this one in it for the last one to show y'all what the differences is on the 6'8". Now for the Carmelo Anthony build, you see for 6'8", we actually are a couple attributes shy from being able to get that 65 vertical. Now again, we know vertical costs a little bit more for builds this tall, but if I put this free throw up one, that will max out the build. So we're pretty much just 2 attributes shy. Now for
So yeah, some of the small builds got a little bit less attributes when you compare them to 2K25, and then some of the tall builds got a little bit more, but there's nothing significant there.
Right,
all right?
not really.
What we need to hope for again is that we just do not have one height in one position like 2K21 next gen that immediately ruins the builder for the entire year. It wasn't meant to be like
That's when I made my 6'9". 2K21. I think that's what he's talking about.
that, okay? So that is what we do not want. And also like 2K23, for example, you know, the quick drop made the tall builds way better because you didn't have to go high driving dunk. So there's so many determining factors that can say, hey, this is a reason why the builder is, you know, catered very much to the tall builds. Like, we can't really say anything right now, but look, everybody's been making build videos for 2K26 because of the similarities that we've seen so far on 2K26 builder compared to 2K25. A lot of YouTubers, right? And 19, my boy 19 on Twitter said, everyone dropping build vids and the game ain't even out yet. I respect the hustle, but damn. All right, so look, you guys have not seen me make a build video, a dedicated video where we're going, okay, this is off the news we have and what we've seen from the 2K26 builder. It should be pretty similar to 2K25. Here are some builds that I'm thinking about, stuff like that. I'm not going to do that unless we get a lot more information, which we will be pretty soon from the events and all that. But I'm not making a dedicated, you click on, you're seeing builds the entire video. However, you didn't even know, I didn't market this to you as a build video, that I do want to look at one 6'2", where I hopped in the 2K25 builder with the information we have so far, the 3 max plus 2s, the 3 max plus 1s, and the build specializations. All right, I'm gonna get into a live commentary where I open up this build, and I just want you guys to tell me if you think small guards are gonna be useless in 2K26.
I don't think so,
because I just do not see that. But let's hop into the live comm. All right, so here's the 6'2", and I also cooked up a 6'6". You guys let me know in the comments if you want to see that as well. But this 6'2", I'm gonna tell you before we hop into it, is based off of 7 cap breakers. So your first, like, superstar 3, you know, you're gonna get this very early on, your first set of cap breakers, and then your +2 for the build specializations. Okay, so if we were going off 12 cap breakers, 17, of course we could make it even more overpowered. But check this out, guys. 70 driving dunk, you're going to get your park dunks, which I really like. I don't think you really need much more on a build that's like this. 45 standing dunk, you get your 2 packages, blah blah blah. +5 is going to go into your 3-pointer. You're going to have 5 legend badges right there. Then you're going to do your build specialization on ball handle. You're going to get 2 cap breakers, and it'll give you a 96 ball handle. So that's going to give you the Steve Francis dribble moves in 2K25, and then Hall of Fame Unpluckable. Hall of Fame Unpluckable is where you're going to use your first max plus 1,
to get
and you're going to
legend.
have Legend Unpluckable. Okay?
Wild, bro.
Now, you're also going to use your max plus 2 to get Legend Lightning Launch. So 5 legend badges, Legend Unpluckable, Legend Lightning Launch, and then I still have interior defense just in case interior does matter in 2K26. We don't really know yet. But look at this, man. We got a 92 perimeter. So you can max +2 your on-ball menace and challenger, or you can switch it around on-ball menace and pick dodger. You'll have 2 legend badges here as
the
well.
fuck,
And
bro?
keep in mind, we still have one more Max Plus one
Right.
to give you Legend Glove or Legend Interceptor. I would probably do Legend Glove. So please tell me how,
Bro.
from what we're looking at, the
Bro.
builders are pretty similar right now.
Okay, so let's just recap real quick what he said. He said 5 legend badges. Then you have 2 legend badges there. And then a legend badge there. And a legend badge there. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 legend badges, bro.
How a small guard is not going to be still really good in 2K26. 5 legend badges, legend unpluckable, legend lightning launch, legend on ball menace, and challenger legend glove.
Oh, excuse me,
and you
10.
still got 85 speed, 89 rebound. You got the 73 strength for the gold strong handles. We have bronze rebound chaser. We
And you got
have
just enough
interior
vertical.
defense. I mean, I don't know. All right.
And just enough vertical. Hold on, let me go back. All right, so like, look, he got just enough vertical for his 70 drive and dunk, but then he's so fast with the ball, he blow by anybody. He's gonna be able to get this dunk off pretty easily. And then, but on top of that, you can't. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. So to recap, this build, based on how it's designed and what we know, is gonna have 5 legend shooting badges for this 99 3-pointer. This is going to have a legend badge. This is going to have a legend badge. This is going to have 2 legend badges. This is going to have a legend badge. You see what I'm saying? So that's 10 legend badges on a 6-2.
All right, I don't know why I said 89 rebound. I was talking about the agility, but you guys understand what I'm talking about. And I think we still had one more Max Plus 1 there. Like, you can make some crazy small guards in 2K26 from the...
I ain't going to lie. My 6-foot build is going to go... My 6-foot build is going to be crazy this year. People are going to freak out. Because this year I'm going to make it with defense. Oh my goodness, yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. Yep. I think my special... I'm going to... Already in the plans.
information we currently...
We got to start with Cooper Flag. And then I think actually I'm going to make my 6-foot build right away. So that's going to be my second build. So yeah. So I'm going to make Cooper Flag. And then I'm going to make my real life size 6-foot build. And that's going to go hard. And then I'll see what I'm making next.
Currently have. Now, 2K dropped the top 10 blocker ratings, and people were like, what is going on? I don't know what happened, but 2K does not have Anthony Davis even on this list. They got some guys over him that are insane to me. But I'm glad that, Wemby did get that 99 block. Curry has a 99.
Whoa, so wait a second, hold on. Go back. 10 is Huff at 90. So what? So probably, no, it's probably because fucking Anthony Davis is at 89 probably. Like, so his block is probably at 89.
Have Anthony Davis even on this list. They got some guys over him that are insane to me. But I'm glad that, Wemby did get that 99 block. Curry has a 99 3-pointer. And then the only other person above 90 is Kevin Durant at a 91.
That's crazy.
I'm not really sure about that. Like, Steph Curry is that much better than everyone still at this year. I'm not talking about prime Steph, but like this, I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, you have your top 10 speed with balls, De'Aaron Fox, John Morant, stuff like that. You guys, let me know, man, if you play now, because I play lots of play now throughout the year. So that's why I'm showing it. But we have our top 10 ball handles. And even if you don't play now and stuff,
of course, that makes sense.
Do you agree with these?
So, yeah, like, look, I'm going to think, like, the speed with the ball. So, is their play styles going to be faster than other play styles? Luka Doncic is on there, 95 ball handle.
Ratings, right? Like, so we got Kyrie at 99, Shea at a 95, Jalen Brunson 95, James Harden, Kevin Durant at a 92. And
That's
bro's
crazy.
like 7 foot tall, which is insane. So now you got your top 10 steals. Alex Caruso, Dyson Daniels, Scottie Pippen Jr.
However you say his name.
All these types of players. You guys just let me know if you agree with these at all. But Shea is in like all of these, which is insane. He's not like at the top, but he's in like all of these, bro. It's crazy. Top
That's
10
wild. I didn't know
mid-range
this,
shots,
actually.
he's there at
Yeah,
a 97.
dang.
Jokic 98, Kyrie 98. So
That makes sense. Damn it, commercial. Get out of here, Best Buy commercial.
Nimhard, man, that's insane. Bro is a absolute sharpshooter. Like in the playoffs, he was going crazy. Okay, but I also want to talk about this real quick because, you know, people say that Black Cobra, if you guys know who that is.
Yes, I know who that
at
is.
some point was just, you know, kissing up to 2K and trying to get a logo and all that type of stuff. But this tweet I agreed with a lot, and also I was surprised. Okay, he said, now that season 9 is here, can't believe that there's still animations in the game that have not been released for my players. Had I known this in advance, I might have skipped 2K25. And you see he lists some here: Tobias Harris post hop, Kawhi Leonard post fade, Kyrie Irving post fade, Porzingis post fade, I think, and a few others.
Dang.
And guys, they are like, the game again 2 years in a row is over.
Incomplete.
It's done, and there's a lot of animations they didn't even drop. Like, it's insane to me. 2K,
they should just drop all the animations.
Go back to having all of.
They should just drop all the animations.
More animations on day one, man. Like, I don't like it at all.
Nope, me
where
neither.
We are at with
That's
this
crazy.
game and the animations, but you guys let me know, man, how you feel about it, because that's crazy. Like, there's a lot.
I agree, bro. That's ridiculous, actually, to freaking have not all the dribbles, not all the moves and stuff, and then it's like the game's over and you still don't have all the moves. That's not even purposeful. Like, it's not even a full game then. You're not even getting a full game.
Of animations that are not in this game still, and will never be touched in the my player section again. All right, now Cole the Man said, I want to see a difference in 90 pass act and 99 pass act in 2K26. 99 needs to be extremely quick. I feel like 2K in the last few years, especially like pass act, you know, 71 is a real sweet spot this year, right around there.
Yep. See, I think mine was like a 70 or 69.
Really feel as good as it should. You know, the accuracy of the passes, like literally pass accuracy, doesn't feel that big of a difference when you know how to pass. You can throw some passes a little bit earlier ahead of time, and it just makes up for it. So we'll see. You guys know, man, I had a 99 pass act build in 2K24, my Magic Johnson build, so I can tell you, I played on it. It's just not as good as it should be, in my opinion, and I agree with Cole on that. Anyway, guys, click this if you want to see the last video. Tap here. It'll take you to the last video, man. There's a lot of 2K26 news that you might have not.
No, I don't think I've seen that, because I haven't been, like I told you, I had a day, so I just chilled out and did nothing and just watched a fictional story. Right, so. All right, let's get over to Uncle Demi and see what else we missed.
All right, so I am
Uncle Demi, what?
coming to y'all today to once again just clear up some things, because I feel like statements like this and the interaction I just had on Twitter is what's just literally causing a lot of confusion, and then what leads to the imbalance of NBA 2K if the dev team actually listened to some of y'all, right? Now again, but I feel like this is a common misconception, and I want to go ahead and address it, okay? So NBA 2K dropped the top 10 mid-range shooters in NBA 2K26, okay? And as you can see, Jokic is with a 98, Kyrie Irving 98, KD 97, Booker 97. I mean, you can go down the list and you can see Curry's at a 97, and DeMar DeRozan's at a 96, and then you got McBride.
And everyone's above a 95, so that's good.
Now,
that makes sense. Everybody in the top 10 is above 95. Damn, commercial.
Press hosting by Hostinger. Here are 3 super features to improve your.
Not too crazy, but somebody said something, right? And he was like, yo, Steph Midi is not better than Debo, and definitely not even with Shea. This is bad. Now, I thought he was trolling. I'm like, first of all, anybody that knows ball knows that, you know, Steph Curry is not only he's the greatest shooter of all time, right? And if you've played basketball, you know, mid-range shooting, it is dead, but if you can shoot, you can shoot, right? You can hit a three-point shot, you can hit a mid-range. Is a mid-range a little bit more difficult than a three-point shot? That's up for interpretation. If you practice more mid-range, it's easier to you. If you practice more three-point shots,
right, yeah,
it's easier shooting three-point shots, right? I mean, there is certain spots on the floor that are obviously easier to hit shots. That's why most people shoot there, which is, of course, going to be the corners and the top of the key, right? And just a little background myself, I played D1 basketball also, and I was a shooter, right? I was a 3-point shooter. I led when I was a first team all conference, all region in basketball, and that was my thing. I shot a lot of 3-point shots, and a lot of people don't know Steph Curry was my teammate. Dale Curry was our coach. So of course I know a lot of I know basketball too, right? I know I play pro baseball, but I know basketball. So I mean, but if you follow my channel long enough, you know this, okay? I was a D1 basketball player, D1 baseball player, and I played professional baseball. So needless to say, I was a hell of an athlete. I was a good, just good athlete, good player. But I'm just giving you a rundown of the shooting aspect.
Cool. I did not know that he played professional baseball.
It's from a shooter perspective, okay? Now, this is what bothers me. When someone says that, come on, DeMar DeRozan and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander are better shooters in the mid-range Steph Curry is blasphemous, right? But people believe that, and okay, if you can believe that all you want to, that's one thing. But then, of course, I had to come back with numbers, and I said, hey, just to let you know, Steph, for a career, has a higher field goal percentage than all these guys on the list, except for Jokic and KD, right? Duh, Steph's the greatest three-point shooter of all time. Of course, a foot inside a three-point line, he's still going to hit it at a very high clip. I mean, come on, he's a shooter, right? And the only people that have a better, higher mid-range percentage than him is just Jokic and KD. But then I also said, and it's 8th all time. Steph Curry has the 8th highest field goal percentage from the mid-range all time. But no one should be surprised by that because Steph's considered the greatest shooter of all time, right? But this is what really bothers me. And I think a lot of people, this is what they think of, right? He said, minimal attempts compared to other guys who shoot a higher degree of difficulty from the midi. I'll give him a 95 midi, but he shouldn't be above my man Debo for rating purposes. Now, there's so many things wrong with this statement. And the first thing I'm just going to go ahead and first
break
of all,
it down.
Minimal attempts. When has volume surpassed efficiency? Just because you shoot more in the mid-range doesn't mean you are a better mid-range shooter. We can name listen, guys, everybody has their favorite team. You can name somebody on their team that shoots way much more than they should because there's someone else on their team that's a better efficient scorer, right? Kevin Durant has never led his team in field goal attempts. He only did it once. I'm sorry. He did it once, and that was in 2018. Every other year, Kevin Durant there's been someone else on his team that shot more than him. Now, again, he did play Russell Westbrook a lot, so I'll let you know. But that's a prime example. Russell Westbrook shot way much more shots than him. That doesn't mean he's a more efficient scorer than KD. So that is just ridiculous to say that Steph Curry should have a lower mid-range shooting than Debo Samuels or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander because they shoot more in the mid-range. That makes no sense. But then the second part, okay, he said also they shoot a higher degree of difficulty from the midi. All right.
Dang it, commercial.
We got to stop, guys. All right? We got to stop. A rating, and again, Betty, I think I replied back to that. I said, nah, ratings is about the end result, which is a make or a miss. A badge is used for difficulty of the shot. All right. Now, the rest of that's just me going back to some other stuff, but I want people to understand that. I think a lot of people misunderstand the purpose of a rating, right? So the rating is, the efficiency part. Okay. How efficient are you at hitting your shots in the mid-range? The difficulty part was where you add people that get the badges. Okay. Right. The Steph Curry, how many difficult shots he shoot in the mid-range? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if there's data out there for that, but, if Steph Curry's open in the mid-range or Steph Curry end result is he's hitting that shot efficiently, then he needs to have that higher mid-range shot. So what does that got to do with your My Player Builder and that type of sort? Well, obviously, if we were going to go from the perspective of volume shooting, right, then obviously what will happen is that the builder will be absolutely cracked and broken because if we go off the assumption that your rating has nothing to do about your make or miss, but your attempts, then just imagine how broken that would be. Okay? So what I'm trying to say is that I know 2K throw stuff out there that, every single time something comes out there, people just want to disagree. And I know, ratings are always up for interpretation, but ratings are there for a reason. Okay?
Right.
In a video game or any type of game. And the ratings just set the standard in the baseline. And if we're going to start putting the greatest shooter of all time, and to be honest with you, I would go as far as saying that Steph Curry should have a 99 mid-range and a 99 three-point shot. Obviously, he has a 99 three-point shot, but
Obviously.
he should have a 99 mid-range too. I mean, anything that revolves him shooting the ball should be not.
No. I think the 97 is fine. I think that's fine because he focuses on taking 3-pointers over mid-ranges. So that's why they're doing the rating like that. It's because he efficiently focuses on 3-pointers more than 2-pointers. So they make him a 97 mid-range and 99 3-pointer. That's still great ratings.
99. I don't think anybody in the league, or if you was to poll people and ask them who's the best shooter in the league, I mean, it would be overwhelmingly Steph Curry by a wide margin. I mean, some people might say, some other people, I don't know, like Kevin Durant maybe. I think Kevin Durant is the most, probably the greatest scorer we've ever seen of all time, efficiently too. But we want to make sure that when we put our ratings into the builder, they matter. Right?
Yep.
We want to make sure that they matter, but we also want to make sure it makes sense. Okay?
Exactly.
Why is my three-point shooting 99? My three-point shooting is at 99 because I want to make sure the end result is very, 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 very high and efficient. And the end result is a made shot. Okay?
Correct.
Why am I missing this contested shot or this moving shot or that type of stuff? Well, that's where the badges will come in. Okay? So that's the same exact thing when the game first comes out. When the game first comes out, you might have a 99 three ball, right? But
you're gonna have a bronze
then the contest system and
badges.
everything else starts to come into play, and that starts to mess with that 99 or whatever you have.
Exactly.
And that's where Deadeye and set shot specialists and catch and shoot and all these other badges will help assist, you making that shot.
Right.
So when you come into a game and you don't have any badges and you have whatever you're trying to do, if it's trying to be dunking and you have a 99 driving dunk, but you don't have posterizer, right? You shouldn't be expecting to hit every single shot. So
you should, yeah, exactly. You're not gonna be like dunking on everybody right away, bro. You're gonna maybe get like 1 out of 3 dunks or whatever, and then like you're gonna have to just effectively build on and then you get posterizer on the highest level, and then that's when you're able to really dunk on people. Because the badge, it's usually like the rating is like just a guideline kind of, and a parameter of like how well you can do something, and then the badge is going to tell you like how good of the animations you're going to get. Do you see what I mean? So like if you have bronze posterizer, you're not going to get as good dunking contact animations as if you had legend one. They're better animations for that badge.
Trying to tell y'all is that please, understand the difference between what the ratings are going to do and what the badges are supposed to do. Okay, badges help and assist the rating, but the rating is basically there if there's just perfect conditions. So if you're wide open and no one's around and that type of short with a 993 ball, you should be okay. But if someone's in your vicinity, or if they're, you have to move off your spot, then expect that rating not to still be 99, but you have to then turn to your badges to help you with the blinders or the difficult shot or whatever else that tends to happen to you during that possession.
Right. So, but the thing is, like, you also got jump shot boost, and then like, what's a couple other things you can do to make it easier to shoot, or like being on fire, so your takeover, right? So if you have a 99 3-pointer, and then you have a takeover, let's say you do a takeover, I'm just gonna be super bland, right? And you do like just shooting 3-point, so it just adds like in 2K25 it was plus 15 or something, right? So if you have a 99 3-pointer and then boost, and say boost gives you probably like a 4 plus 4 this year, then that already puts you at 103, right? And then plus 15, so you're at 118 right there, 3-pointer. And then you have Deadeye and all these the other badges, right? So that's gonna lift you up even higher, potentially, slightly. And then you have to like counter the defense. Like how much will the defense take away, right? That's the thing is, if the defense is really good, does it take that back down to a 99? Or if the defense is super great, it takes it below a 99? Do you know what I'm saying? Versus like where it's at if you have all those things, like say you're on fire and you know what I mean, you have all those things. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Okay, so hopefully I cleared that up for y'all, man, and hopefully I understand where I'm coming from. But you know, I just felt like this is something that needed to be addressed. Let me know in the comment sections how you feel about this. Do you feel like ratings should be based upon the end result, and then badges will help with everything else that happens within that shot? Let me know in the comment section. But other than that,
All right, I'll let him
hey,
finish.
Uncle Demi, I'll be back really soon on the banger, man. You know, when I say back soon on the banger, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.
All right, so it's like, the way I think about it is that 2K's always like the badges are more important than the ratings. Like, it doesn't matter. You do the minimal ratings and you get the badge. And the badges are important. And so, like, every year, it doesn't matter what they set the ratings at. You know what I mean? If you need a 94 to get this legend badge versus a 96 next year or before, you know what I mean? Like how they slide the numbers around for the badges, right? Or like what you need to get that badge level and rating, right? And everyone just goes off of badges. You know what I'm saying? Usually. But it probably should go off of rating, and the badges are there to assist. But it's never really been like that. It's been, what are the ratings for the badges? And that's the badge I need to get. Okay, then that's the rating I have to get. The rating was irrelevant because it's only relevant is what badges you're getting versus what badges you're not getting. And that's it. Usually. Hopefully, maybe is 2K changing that? That'd be wild, bro. If they actually made it where ratings mattered, and then the badges are only there to assist in helping helping you complete the goal of that rating. Like if you're at 87, then you have that amount of rating, right? Versus a 99. But then you have all the pluses, right? So you can effectively at 87 can still be over 103, right? So we're using a 3-pointer as an example again. You see what I'm saying? So even if you have an 87 3-pointer, if you do a takeover that gives you plus 15, do you see what I'm saying? And then boost, jump shot boost, you're going to be over a 3-point. You're going to be over 100 3-pointer while you're on fire. So like even like someone who has an 87 3-pointer can get hot. Like it's like you can get hot and get like as good as like Steph Curry and then go back down. Like, you know what I mean? Anyways, go check out Uncle Demi. I forgot to like badge plugs thing, and so like I'm probably just gonna do these two videos together in one video because I did them so quickly together. So you go like both of these guys. They're cool. They give us great information because I'm not gonna be one to do that. That's not my bag. My bag is just to play video games and talk about truth that goes for everybody, and give you information about things I'm like I'm giving you information about 2K, right?